Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Hello. Thank you.
Okay, so we are on board the Boeing 738 to Ostrava. No MEO issues today, no CDO. No time affected our flight today. The weather is rainy, so the runway would be wet, so we have to be careful on the runway conditions. The use of engine anti-ice will be required today because of the fog and the humidity. The pushback will be on the left-hand side, and we will taxi to runway 28 via Alpha. I think, yeah, just a minute. Yeah, Tango and Alpha, and we hold the ding point Alpha. The block fuel, we have 6,400 kilograms on board. We will use the radar for the takeoff due to the terrain. Takeoff runway 28, takeoff configuration will be flaps 5. It will be an assumed temperature of 39 degrees. V1 133, VR 142, and V2 150. The takeoff weight is estimated at 62.3 tons. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet, and thrust reduction altitude is an ADP 1. It's 1,500 AGL for the acceleration altitude. And the thrust reduction altitude will be 3,000 feet. 3,000 and 1,500 here. And the engine acceleration altitude is 800 AGL. The first assigned flight level is 6,000 feet, and flight plan description will take off via for Tango Zulu Oscar 6 Whiskey departure, and for this departure will be at Tango Zulu Oscar Radio 044. We'll continue on Tango Zulu Oscar Radio 044 inbound to Tango Zulu Oscar VOR, and then we will follow the flight as fired. Run nav, we have Tango Zulu Oscar on the first VOR, and the second one Bergamo 114.95, and Tango Zulu Oscar is 117.25. In case of failure before V1, I will stop or go. Is stop will apply full reverse spotters, and you make the announce of the PNC passengers. Let's go minded after V1 for a failure. We continue takeoff. No action before 400 AGL except gear up. At 400 AGL we will make the actions. Push for out and acceleration and cleanup.
I'm doing good.
And and we will make the after takeoff checklist. And the engine at out acceleration altitude, it will be a vectoring to the terrain. Any questions? Any questions? Yes. Any questions? Any questions?
No questions.
Departure briefing completed.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good.
Hello. Welcome aboard. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Thank you. Welcome aboard.
I'm right next to her. Thank you.
Hello.
I'm right next to her. Thank you.
Okay, warning is completed.
Go control out the slides.
Hi, the passengers are seated.
Thanks. Thanks.
Thanks. See you up there.
Transit before start checklist to the line.
Transit before start checklist to the line. Phones.
Off.
Off. IRS mode selectors.
Nav.
Gear pins.
Removed.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Yaw damper.
On.
Fuel.
Pumps on.
Passenger signs.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Hydraulics.
Normal.
Air conditioning and pressurization.
Pax auto, please on set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross check.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Speed brake lever.
Then detent.
Parking brake.
Set.
Radius, radar and transponder.
Set and standby.
Radar and aileron trim.
Set and checked.
Takeoff briefing.
Discussed.
PA.
Complete.
FMC. CDU.
Set.
N1 and ES bugs.
Set and checked.
Stabilizer trim.
5.06 units set. Set and checked.
EFB.
Airplane mode and stowed.
Airplane mode is stowed. Flight deck windows and cockpit door.
Locked.
Locked doors.
Closed.
Transit before start checklist completed to the line.
Below the line.
A pumps.
Off.
Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Anti-collision light.
On.
Parking brake.
Set.
Transponder.
Alt off.
Before start checklist complete.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Start sequences 2 and 1.
Hello, Captain.
Check.
We are ready for pushback. Locking gear. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Released.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set. Set parking brakes.
Brake set. Starting engine number 2.
Check.
N2.
Oil pressure.
N1.
Unlocking gear.
You are clear to disconnect and go to inside nodes.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Starter cut out.
You are clear to disconnect and go to inside nodes.
Number 2 stable.
Thanks. Start. Starting engine number 1.
Check.
N2.
Oil pressure.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
N1.
Starter cut out. Number 1 stable.
Checked. Flash control checked. Flight control checked. Left. Right. Center.
Check.
Fully down. Fully up. Center. Fully left. Fully right. Center. Your tops. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
Probit.
On.
Any ice.
On.
A pumps.
On.
Air conditioning.
Acceptor bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Start switches.
Continuous.
APU.
Off.
Recall.
Checked.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Flaps.
5 required. Facility green light.
Stabilizer trim.
5.0 unit set.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Clear on the left.
Clear right.
Breaker checked. Pressure 0. Before takeoff, checklist to the line.
Before takeoff, checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Flaps.
Wi-Fi, green light.
Stabilizer trim.
5.0 unit set.
Takeoff briefing.
Review.
Holding at cabin.
Secure.
Before takeoff, checklist completed to the line. Cabin.
Okay, below the line. Before takeoff, checklist below the line.
Cabin crew seats for departure. MCP.
Set.
Transponder.
TIA.
Lining and strobes.
On.
Holding on retracts. Retracts.
On.
Before takeoff, checklist complete.
284, 284 timing.
Checked.
Takeoff.
Stabilized. Takeoff thrust set, indication normal.
Checked.
80 knots.
Checked.
V1.
V1.
Rotate.
Rotate.
V2.
Engage NAV.
LNAV.
Bug up.
Bug up.
Engage VNAV. That's one.
Speed check the flaps 1. 1 to go.
Checked. Climb. Flaps up.
Speed check the flaps up.
Transition attitude standard set. After takeoff checklist.
Standby.
Autopilot on.
Check. After takeoff checklist. Air conditioning and pressurization. Set. Altimeters.
Set and checked.
After takeoff checklist complete. Happy to release the cabin crew.
Yes, please.
Okay. Altimeters.
10 checks.
Fuel is balanced. 4 pumps on. Lights are off. APU is off. Pressurization is set. Recall checked. Would you like the fasten seatbelt signs to auto?
Yes, please.
Roger, 10 checks complete.
Set engine and chassis off.
Engine, any eyes off. One to go.
Set flight level 380. Engage altitude intervene.
Altitude intervene set.